President and CEO of the Energy Chamber of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Thackwray Driver, said he believes this country must move to reduce the electricity subsidy. Speaking at a pre-budget forum, he said it is something that should be looked at to ensure efficient use of the country's natural gas supply.
We've got to be realistic that we have to remove the subsidy on electricity in the country. Natural gas is subsidizing. We're putting incredibly cheap natural gas into the electricity sector, which we could be earning a lot more forex for if we put it into the petrochemical sector and the LNG sector. We need to remove that subsidy. It'll help drive energy efficiency. An increased rate does not mean a higher bill if you implement energy efficiency policies.
But he said there's no reason why the most vulnerable cannot still be subsidized.
Leave the subsidy in place for the poorest households. There's a good reason to subsidize electricity for the poorest households, but better off households in the top tariff levels do not need an electricity subsidy, and commercial businesses should be paying the market rate for the natural gas. Still means we'll have very cheap electricity compared to the rest of the region.
Meanwhile, President of the Greater San Fernando Area Chamber of Commerce, Kiran Singh, says while the subsidy should be reduced, government should have taken a different approach.
But we're also aware of many large corporations that owe TNTech many millions of dollars. And how are they going about collecting on those debts before going after residential and commercial customers to increase their rates?
Dr. Driver, though, believes there could be an increase in the rate for businesses without affecting the final price to consumers.
There's a 40% reduction that most businesses can make to their electricity bill. So you could increase the price by 40% without it actually impacting your current bottom line if you implement those policies.
And economist Dr. Marlene Arts is also in support of the move, but said there must be a more proactive approach to push renewable energy.
But when it comes to a conversation around electricity, people get very kind of standoffish, and it is understandable because I think in the wider national space, we're not having the requisite conversations about how do we swing the pendulum from non-renewables. So everybody inside of here know that we're very heavily dependent on oil and gas. But the conversation has to swing because internationally, the conversation has swung. And Trinidad and Tobago is still holding on to something that we've grown very accustomed to.
They were speaking at a pre-budget forum hosted by the Trinidad and Tobago Coalition of Services Industries, the TTCSI, on Wednesday evening. Sunil Lalla, TTT News.